Given we have this mental power to control how we think, then why is it we are so poor at it? We find ourselves replaying the movie in our mind on a pitiful, endless loop of some past humiliation, insult, degradation, or unfairness that we have suffered. If we can control our thoughts, then why can't we hit the pause button on that movie and keep it from polluting our present life? Konnichiwa and welcome to the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, and much more importantly, you are a student of leadership, highly motivated to be the best in your business field. Today's show is brought to you by our Dale Carnegie course. This course focuses on the 5 drivers of business success: confidence, communication, leadership, people skills, stress management. This course is running at a 98.3% average satisfaction rate over the last 5 years. So we know it works well here in Japan. Hosted in-house or send people to our public programs. If you have a performance or people challenge in Japan, then maybe we can help you. Contact me at greg.story, that's greg.story, STORY, at dalecarnegie.com. Grab our free white papers, guidebooks, reports, training videos, blogs, newsletters, course information, plus so much goodness over there at japan.dalecarnegie.com. Before we get going today, our handy Japanese phrase is domo. Thanks. Domo. Thanks. This is a more casual way of saying domo. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you very much. Short form, domo. Thanks. Domo. Thanks. Thank you. Domo. This is episode number 168. And today we are talking about real freedom. Motivational quotes are everywhere, and they remind us of useful things we already know, but have forgotten. 2 recent messages struck me with their introspective power. Both are by recognized thought leaders. One was a distinguished academic, psychologist, and philosopher. The other was a distinguished psychologist and Holocaust survivor. Their conclusions are profound and achieved through different experiences and understandings of the human psyche. William James, born 1842, died 1910, taught at Harvard and has been called the father of American psychology. He was a leader in the area that we could control our lives through our mind. He said, "The greatest discovery of our generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. As you think, so shall you be." This was a breakthrough notion at the time. The prevailing idea had been that God's will, chance, or luck determined your life. Viktor Frankl, born 1905, died 1997, a concentration camp inmate, survived the Holocaust and subsequently wrote a fascinating book called Man's Search for Meaning. Through his personal experience of horrendous torment, he found everything can be taken from a man but the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Given we have this mental power to control how we think, then why is it we are so poor at it? We find ourselves replaying the movie in our mind on a pitiful, endless loop of some past humiliation, insult, degradation, or unfairness that we have suffered. If we can control our thoughts, then why can't we hit the pause button on that movie and keep it from polluting our present life? We don't muck around either, do we? Not only have we unleashed the horrid past to continue to haunt us like a zombie crypt debut, we invite the future apocalypse into our today as well. We imagine all of the things that will go horribly wrong in the future. We attack our optimism muscle with thoughts of future doom and gloom, thereby disabling it. We can't seem to turn these thoughts off either. Real freedom is to be able to recognize that while we can't completely turn these ugly musings off, we can neutralize them. You might ask, can we separate worry from reminiscence and from divination? How do we do that? Let's use two of Dale Carnegie's stress management principles. Let's live in day-tight compartments. Think of each day like an airtight container into which nothing can enter. We need to concentrate on shutting out the worry component, not trying to block the complete recollection or prospect. We observe our memories, relive the pain, but firmly tell ourselves that was the past. I'm not going to go back to that time ever again. We can see our pain point in our mind's eye, but we don't have to attach ourselves to it or embrace it as if a crocodile has gripped us in a death roll. This is similar to meditation techniques where you observe your breath cycle, but you don't attach your mind to it. You just note it and let your mind move on. Our control and therefore real freedom is over the amount of worry we ascribe to the memory or the foreboding. Regarding the past, we can determine to cooperate with the inevitable, face the fact it happened, knowing we can't change that. Having done so now, let's switch our thoughts away from that memory to something much more pleasant or successful in the interim. Let's switch out our debilitating thought with a much more positive memory. For the future, we should prepare for it, but again, not attach the worry emotion to it. Let's view it in this way. What is the worst that can happen? Having contemplated that prospect, we mentally accept that this is inevitable and will happen. Mentally, we prepare for the worst. Finally, we get our brain working on how can we improve on the worst. We switch from mental incapacitation and paralysis to producing possible solutions and alternatives. We move from negative to positive. We do this by controlling how we think about the issues. Action steps: recall, but quickly swap the message to something better. Visualize the future issue as a possibility of a plan 100 ways to defeat it. Cure the worry virus because this is where our real freedom is located. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then help other students of leadership and share it around. As mentioned, if you have a performance or people challenge in Japan, then maybe we can help you. Contact me at greg.story, greg.story, S-T-O-R-Y, at dalecarnegie.com. And remember, you can access your Dale Carnegie training free reports, white papers, guidebooks, training videos, blogs, newsletters, course information, plus much, much more. It's fantastic stuff over there, all free at japan.dalecarnegie.com.